No money, no help, no shortcuts. Let that sink in for a moment, because this story does not begin with luck, talent, or a powerful connection. It begins with emptiness, an empty bank account, an empty room, and a mind full of pressure. If you are struggling right now, if you feel like the world moved forward and left you behind, do not skip this video. This is not a fantasy. This is a journey built from pain, discipline, and patience, and if you listen carefully, you might recognize yourself in it. There was a time when this man had nothing to fall back on, no savings, no support, no one waiting to help him. When people say start from zero, they often forget what zero really feels like. Zero is waking up already tired. Zero is checking your phone hoping for good news and seeing nothing. Zero is working hard and still feeling embarrassed when you look at your life. He was not weak, but life was heavy, and every day felt like a quiet test of endurance. Before we go further, take a second. If you respect stories about real struggle and real growth, press the like button and subscribe to Mindforge. This channel is built for people who are creating strength from struggle. Your support helps this message reach those who need it most. Back then, his days were simple but exhausting. He did whatever work he could find. Some days paid little, some days paid nothing. He watched others talk about success while he focused on survival. And the hardest part was not the work, it was the feeling that no matter how much effort he gave, the results stayed the same. That kind of pressure slowly changes a person. It makes you question your worth. It makes you doubt your future. People around him gave advice that sounded good but helped nothing. Be patient. Everything happens for a reason. Just stay positive. But positivity does not pay bills, and patience without direction feels like waiting in the dark. He realized something important: no one was coming to save him, and that truth hurt at first, but later it became power. One night, after another long and disappointing day, he sat alone and faced his reality honestly. He stopped blaming luck, he stopped blaming people, he stopped blaming time. He accepted responsibility, not because everything was his fault, but because responsibility was the only thing he could control. That moment changed everything, even though nothing changed immediately. He understood that shortcuts were tempting because pain was real, but shortcuts always lead back to the same place, so he made a quiet decision. If his journey was going to be slow, it would at least be real. He started with small habits, very small, waking up earlier, spending less, learning more, not because he felt motivated, but because he felt tired of staying the same. There were days he wanted to quit, days when progress felt invisible, days when it seemed like effort was wasted, but he remembered one rule: consistency beats intensity. He didn't try to do everything at once. He focused on becoming better than yesterday, even by 1%. That mindset kept him moving forward when motivation disappeared. Slowly, his thinking changed. He stopped seeing money as something he chased. He started seeing it as something that followed value. He worked on skills instead of excuses. He listened more and talked less. He invested time where others wasted it. Channels like Mindforge became part of his daily routine, not as entertainment, but as mental training. Months passed. Life didn't suddenly become easy, but it became clearer. He learned how to manage money before trying to make more. He learned discipline before expecting freedom. He learned patience before expecting rewards. And without realizing it, he had changed from someone desperate for results into someone focused on process. Opportunities didn't knock loudly, they appeared quietly: a chance to prove himself, a chance to learn something new, a chance to earn a little more. He didn't waste them, not because he was lucky, but because he was prepared. That is something people rarely talk about. Opportunity rewards preparation, not hope. His income slowly increased, not fast enough to impress others, but fast enough to change his confidence. For the first time, he felt control. Bills no longer felt like threats, problems no longer felt personal. He understood that setbacks were not signs to stop, but signals to adjust. The most powerful change was internal. He no longer felt ashamed of his past. He respected it because that past built resilience, and resilience is something money cannot buy. It must be earned through struggle. He realized that being poor once taught him lessons that wealth alone never could. If you are listening to this and thinking your situation is hopeless, remember this: every strong person you admire was once invisible. Every stable life was once uncertain, And every meaningful success was once just a decision made in silence. You do not need help to start, you need commitment, you do not need shortcuts, you need consistency. This story is not about becoming rich overnight, it is about becoming strong enough to handle success when it arrives, because money without mindset disappears, but mindset without money eventually creates it. If this journey connected with you, do not keep it to yourself. Share this video with someone who feels stuck and tell me in the comments what is one habit you know you need to change to move forward. Writing it down is the first step toward action. This is Mindforge, where broken beginnings are shaped into unbreakable minds. Stay patient, stay disciplined, and remember no money, no help, and no shortcuts does not mean no future. It means a future built on something real.